What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wes, and I'm here to talk to y'all about Love Island, the finale. What did y'all think about this season? I thought the season was pretty decent. I feel like I was more invested in like the drama from like the other seasons more than this one, but I mean, this season was pretty good. We all knew that Brennedy was going to win. Some of y'all were upset that I wanted Sincere and Melanie to win. I don't know why. Why y'all so mad? What I will say though is that I do hope that Brennedy stands the test of time. Like, I hope that Bryce treats Trinity well, and I hope that Trinity treats Bryce well. I hope that the two of them can survive the outside world because the outside world is so sometimes, especially with these people that have been on TV. I hope all of these kids can survive the outside world in their opinions, especially Melanie, especially Sincere. I mean, especially Anaya. I just, there have been some Anaya hate, there's been some Melanie hate, there's been some Sincere hate. So I've seen it. Like, you got the no faces kind of, people, and then you got the people that really don't care and they speak their shit. I don't know. I think these young people are brave to put themselves out there like that, and I commend them. I think Sincere and Melanie had the best date. All the other couples just had the little beautiful setup with the dinner. Actually, no. It's a toss up because I feel like Sincere and Melanie was floating on the water. I felt like that was dope with their own little like villa on the water. I think that was dope. But the fairy tale Brandy Cinderella moment that they gave Anaya and her Prince Charming Carl, I thought that was dope too. Carl is a beautiful man. He definitely is. And that fairy tale book thing that they had was really, really aw. I don't know what else happened during the show. Let me see if I wrote any notes here. Trinity made a statement that really resonated with me, and I'm glad that at her young age she understands that it does matter a lot of the time. Where we have so much going on with Nolan Wells and all of anyways, not to get political, not to get crazy, right? Y'all are here to talk about Love Island, but race matters. 95% of the time, race matters. When we have Trump as president, race matters. When we have Nolan Wells' body just miraculously appearing in the water, race matters. Okay? And so we have Bryce, 29, Trinity, 22, I believe, or 23. She acknowledges that race matters. She's with a white man on national television, right? Vying for a white man on national television. She wants it to be real. She doesn't want it to be fake. She cried about it already, and he apparently cried about it too. So, yes, I can easily champion them as the winners. I just want them to be able to protect each other in today's world, right? Because race matters. Trinity, at the beginning of this episode, says she is so proud that 4 black women are in the finale. I don't know if Kata, I'm not, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've not heard Kata, announce her black side like that. Like that. And I haven't heard Melanie either announce her black side like that. I know that a lot of Dominicans don't say that they're black. They just say that they're Dominican. And they kind of like tuck the black side away. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of Dominicans that do that. I can't recall what Kata is fully, but I don't see those 2 ladies, they're beautiful women. I don't see them repping their black side like that. But again, I could be wrong. But Trinity, she's in the house, she sees it how she sees it, and she feels that there's 4 black women at the end, and they're excited for it. Melanie doesn't like denounce what she's saying or like, well, no, I'm Dominican or whatever. But I've like every Dominican that I've encountered, when I ask them what they are, they say that they are Dominican, and they don't rep or preach nothing about black first, ever. In all of my experiences. I'm not saying that's all Dominicans. I'm just saying in my experience, all of the Dominicans that I've met respond that way. And, but either way, race matters. And this young woman knows that. So I just want them to be successful out here in the world. I want them to, I want their love to stand the test of time. I want it to literally work. And I hope that, Bryce gets deals. I hope that he gets to DJ amazing parties. And, I don't know what Trinity is going to do, but I hope she gets, to do what she wants to do. I just see Carl being in so many movies. I just see Carl being the heartthrob in so many movies. I see Melanie all over brands and marketing and fashion and things of the sort. I don't know. I just see these things for them, and I hope that they get these things. I hope they're not just doing Love Island commercials, right? I'm seeing a lot of pettiness happen with the women already. Um, some of these women seem to be shit stars already, but I just hope. Who do I care about the most? I care about Melanie. I care about Trinity. I care about Casey, TT. I care about Anaya, and I care about Sincere. And the reason why I care about Sincere at the end because he's gonna get a lot of shit. And I just hope he doesn't cave into all the women that's gonna be in his DMs, all the women that's gonna want to try him against Melanie. I hope he doesn't fall for it. I hope that Melanie, I hope they work. I hope all of these couples work and I hope all of these couples stay together. I wish them all the best. I love the bromances that are happening here, and I feel like Carl, Zach, and Bryce are all bisexual because the way that Carl grabs and pays attention to Zach's butt is just ridiculous. And same with Bryce. That whole moment when they had when they were acting like they were scanning merchandise, I was like, what is happening here? Like Bryce literally put his junk to Carl's butt in the mix of that. And I was like, yo. And then Carl had his hands on Bryce's butt the whole way through. Like, I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked if it came out that they played around or had a little drunk night, celebrating or whatever, the women not around and things get a little frisky. I would not be shocked. But you know who hasn't done any of those things? Casey or Sincere. Casey or Sincere. Okay. So it's really interesting how those guys are so free. What else do I want to talk about? Let's see. Bryce and Trinity say "I love you" to each other. I thought that was sweet. I thought that was nice. Can you love somebody after 30 days? Yeah, you can. They do it on Love is Blind all the time. But I believe that love can be that for you within a short amount of time. Some people say love at first sight exists. It has and has existed for quite a few people in the world. So I believe that that's possible. I think they've had like a fairy tale kind of beginning, middle, and end. They never were tested really. At the one time Bryce decided to talk to Kata, it was what it was. But that's the only like legit test. And then Casa was a test and whatever. But and then Trinity kissed the old boy. But I don't know. I believe that they do have a love for each other. So I can see that. Best dress tonight for me was Melanie and Cesare. They looked absolutely amazing. Friend of mine that I was watching the show with believed that it was Kata and Zach were best dressed. Kata did look beautiful. The pink was a bit off for me, like in terms of like color matching or it being like complementary. I love what Trinity had on, but best dress for me goes to Sincere and Melanie. How did y'all feel about the show? Did y'all let me as a matter of fact, let's see how y'all felt about the show. We are about to see how y'all felt about the show. All right, let's see how y'all felt about the show. All right, let's go to the comments. Now Melanie and Sincere need to win. Are we not watching the same show? She needs to be free from him, not encouraged by fans of the show. Her family had her best interest. Y'all don't. He's literally void of emotions and can't give anything to Melanie but heartbreak. Okay. Okay. Cool. The love for toxicity is insane. There's no love for toxicity. It's like when you see someone go through adverse moments and they come out on top and they still choose each other, there's something to be there's something to commend. Like that I could find that commendable, right? Because they're in this pressure cooker and so where everything's a test, right? And so it's like you're dealing with this test, you're dealing with the test, and then you decide to like keep going. You decide to like not have the test break you. Everyone outside of this pressure cooker can talk all day long, but some of y'all stay in these hard ass relationships and never let the person go. So now that you see something on TV, y'all want to act like y'all would not, try it out. They've only known each other for 30 days. I would say to Melanie, try it out. If he f's up, leave him. Don't choose him again, and don't cry about it because it's not that deep. I also would like Melanie to win. They should give Sincere the bare minimum in regards to camera time. If they do, okay. I think Anaya thinks Carl's a nice guy. Yes. Is she feeling him? No. I can feel that. I can feel that. Boom, that concerns me. What are we talking about here? Is it gonna let me? All right, it's not gonna let me look at what the concern was. If I could, I would rather vote Brennedy to win. They won. Melanie and Sincere ain't gonna win. Brennedy will win, although I sense Bryce and Zach have some funny thing going on. Karina gonna be runner ups. Carina gonna be runner ups. Okay. Like I said, I can see Bryce and Zach doing something extra change, with extra something strange for a piece of change. You know what? I hope they win. Melanie gets the envelope and she keeps the whole thing. She'd eat down. I agree. Melanie and Sincere deserve to win. They found love on Love Island. I love you and your videos, but I disagree with Melanie being the Olandria of the season. And after the show, Olandria was nice, caring, generous, and kind throughout the season. Melanie says she's not a girl's girl. She was all about her self. She bullied people and keeps giving Sincere chances, knowing damn well he's not going to do right. Melanie doesn't hold a candle to Olandria. She can never be her. Did I? I don't. Did I say that? I could have swore I said Trinity could be the new Olandria. I could have swore I said that because they're both chocolate sisters. I thought I said that. I was comparing Melanie to Zendaya, or maybe I did. I don't know. But in my new mind tonight, I'm comparing Melanie to Zendaya. That's where, and I couldn't remember her name. But either way, okay. So Love Island isn't exactly about finding love. The point is to endure the most test trauma to earn the audience's sympathy. But they should have just said that in the first place. It depends on how you look at it. I think the final four makes sense, and I'm happy that Trinity and Bryce won. I don't really put that stock into it, guys. I really don't. Like some of y'all sound like mad. I really don't, but okay. Okay, so my perspective is that when Casey's mom arrived, she probably wanted to say something to Anaya about the situation that happened between her and her son. But I feel as if production said something to them about not saying nothing to Anaya because you see how the parents didn't interact with any of the other islanders. That's why I feel like his mom wasn't talking. She was looking around, scanning the villa. I feel that. I definitely do. I voted for Melanie since the beginning and been interested in her as a personality. Voted for KC and TT in the top four. Anaya and Carl give nothing. In my 30s, I went talking, dating, exclusively dating, engagement, married. I did not do boyfriend and girlfriend. That's interesting. Everybody's different. Just exactly what I'm saying. That girl is strong. She'll be good without him. She def knows this. It's going to allow me to see it. It's not going to allow me to see it. Casey gone now. I don't want to vote for anyone. I feel it. I feel it. You be hating on Anaya sometimes, but I can respect it because you don't go too far. It just seems like you take Casey's side in his deplorable decision to bash Anaya while exploring and seem to think low of her choice of a non-black man. This seems to affect your judgment when it comes to anyone who doesn't agree with Casey. Okay, if you feel that way, then you feel that way. I don't have a problem with Anaya and I didn't bash her. I just wanted her to be truthful and to her feelings, like to own up to her feelings because the way she treated Carl, she never treated Casey like that. So why she picked Casey made no sense to me. That's all. And that's okay. Yeah, you are so right about Melanie because she's very smart and will get those deals. I hope they win too. Kata is so sickening, and Zach really doesn't like her for real. He likes Bryce more. He'll go talk and feel on Bryce before he feels on or touch Kata. I love your show. Thank you so much, Kimberly Bolton 6195. Melanie will never be no Alandria. I must have said that. I guess I don't. I guess. I mean, and I can't even watch the video, but I must have meant by getting deals because they're not the same look, they're not the same aesthetic, they're not the same beauty. So I had to have meant that. I be wanting y'all to really understand what I be saying sometimes, but y'all be okay. All season she embarrassed herself. None of these girls except TT had any standards they required these men to do nothing for their love. All they did was get this season was trash. Oh. I didn't watch this last episode. This is BS. Delete the Love Island app. I'm done with Love Island. This was nasty work. Casey and TT are the only compatible couple. Why are we voting Melanie and Sincere to win? Promoting a relationship that was toxic all season is insane. She cried most of the season. She was lied to all season. If anyone should win, maybe Anaya and Carl over Melanie and Sincere. They were third place. So hey, everybody agree with you, and that's okay. That's okay. Brittany will never be Nicolandria. The impact of that ain't happening again, in my opinion. I don't know. Are Nick and Olandria still together? Brittany is going to win. Oh, Wes, we are family and we love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Jazz, Jasmine, Tony, I appreciate it. I'm assuming that had to do with me mentioning my family. Um, it won't let me go back to the episode for whatever reason. Um, Yeah, I don't know. But hey, listen, we're gonna adopt similar connections despite our differences. Final thoughts. I think it was a cool season. Um, Trinity is a dope girl. Bryce is a dope dude. I love his openness and freedom of expression. Him being able to fall in love on TV to a black woman and how he freely expresses himself with Zach, I think is a beautiful thing for this type of popular ass show. Kata and Zach, Kata gave me hater vibes. Gorgeous woman, but she kept hating on Casey and TT, and I just didn't understand that. I will never understand that. Whether y'all feel me or not, it's okay. I like Zach. I think Zach is cool. I think Zach is gonna have a hard time out of the villa with all the women that are gonna throw themselves after him. Um, yeah. Since they're Melanie, I definitely wish them the best. I hope they can remain a unit, and if it doesn't work out, I hope it's not because of Sincere effing up again. I hope maybe if it doesn't work out, that they just decided to mutually part ways, and hopefully they still can be cool. I feel like for Melanie to go through all that she went through, I think she should get something out of it, whether it's a love somewhere or a love that stands the test of time. I want her to get something out of it. Carl and Anaya, I hope they make it past the next 3 months. I mean, I don't know. Carl is gorgeous, and so is Anaya. I hope they work. I hope they work. I don't have no ill will or ill feelings towards any of these people. I just be giving my review. That's all, in my opinion. Just like y'all give y'all opinions. But some of y'all opinions sound like hate, and I don't hate none of these people. I don't like. I don't have a. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I love y'all. Stay blessed. Deuces.